Hey everybody, hope everybody's been having a good weekend. Just want to say thanks again for everybody's support. Subscribing, please leave a like on these videos. Please leave your questions, and really would appreciate the feedback. So we're gonna bring in the ancients, and we'll see what they talk about. We would like to talk to you more about artificial intelligence. We started to take a deep dive into that subject in our last transmissions. Our messages will get more to the point, more serious, in hopes of stirring the emotions up within the human race. All of you are at a crossroads at this time. What your reality is put in front of you is far, far from what it really is. Many of you think you're alone in this great universe. That could be further from the truth. We urge all of you to start seeing through the mirage of your reality. We are here to help guide you and point these things out. We understand that you are here blindly, and the reality that is put in front of you will of course be accepted. That makes it so much more harder to see the truth. But the truth is, out of everything going on in your world, the one main point that we are here to stress to you is the takeover of your world. It is hard for many of you to fathom what truly is going on in your world. If you live in just one city, one state, one country, and you don't go to other cities or other countries, or if you do not read the news of what's going on in the events of other countries, it is hard for you to understand what really is going on. We're going to be very direct and to the point. Your world is being taken over slowly. Maybe we shouldn't say slowly. It's being taken over very rapidly by artificial intelligence, but you are slowly realizing how artificial intelligence is being put into play. You are just slaves at this point, setting up these grids, 5G networks, these computers. You are farm animals, and artificial intelligence actually is an observer of you. They're taking in the behaviors of humans, understanding how they work. And they are building this into their memory banks in order to, as we can say in your terminology, become alive, independent, a personality of such sorts. You were being told what to eat, what to watch, what to buy. If you could see what we see on the other side, your mouth would drop to the floor. And you would say to yourself, how stupid am I to follow along? The evidence is even right in front of you. And the distractions of the news of what's going on in your world keeps everyone up in arms, distracted, thinking that is the major topic. Our conduit reads on lines, waiting for events to happen, going from 3D to 5D, timeline splits, which many questions were asked on the last video. We're not saying all of that is irrelevant, but everything is being siphoned into artificial intelligence. If you cannot see around you how people are addicted to their phones, how they all of a sudden are starting to look alike on their phones, with the filters to look a certain way, posing a certain way. This is eroding the independent thinking of each individual. You're being herded without realizing it. The humans are losing their ability to think. Many at this time think that so many people are awakening, and they are. But it doesn't mean they're awakening to the right solutions. We cannot stress to you enough how the human race is being treated like farm animals, herded, reproduced, experimented, reconfigured, rethinking, repurposed, redesigned. This sector was not intended for these specifications. It was to be an openly loving exchange of sorts, of a complementary sharing of ideas, genetics, philosophies, ways of furthering or evolving Prime Creator's existence into a way of living for all to cooperate. This sector was hijacked, overtaken, not just by one species, but we'll say you have a side of a collection of different species with the same intentions. Just as your country has many different ethnicities in it, so do the species in charge at this moment. And they are allowing you to do all the work of enslaving yourself. So what is the solution? The first step is for everybody to wake up and understand what's going on. Things cannot change if people do not realize what is going on in front of them. Your governments, the people in charge, the so-called cabal or Illuminati that are given terms, they're just puppets for much bigger players. They don't even matter. They are just numbers and easily replaced. It is like a dog chasing its tail, forever chasing something, unable to acquire it. It will take one person at a time to wake up, understand, take charge of their life. And as each individual wakes up, bands of people will have to come together and formulate different ways of living, thinking, freeing yourselves. We are not suggesting a revolution of sorts, of arms, of violence, but a revolution in a new way of thinking, cooperating, understanding. The human race is not understanding what's unfolding in front of them at this moment. It will take your species, with guidance of benevolent entities that have your best interests at heart, to help guide you. Because we cannot stress to you, at the core level, we are all energy and souls, fragmented to different galactic cousins of species, siphoned down to galaxies, siphoned even more down to solar systems, siphoned even down more to planets of species. Just a waterfall approach of life. It never ends, continuously in motion. Each person a droplet of water coming together to form a river. That is how change will occur. But unfortunately, there are many energies distracting the human race at the moment. If you can think about 20, 30 years ago, no one would unfathom the unfolding of reality that's taken place. Much has to fall apart in order to change. But there are higher level players in charge. Our solution at this time is to take this information, apply it to one's own life of change. Don't get distracted by the media's news around you. Don't take an emotional attachment to what's going on. Our conduit recently read about an actor who faked an attack on him, again causing a division of race. It is a waste of time to put energy into that, or to comment, or anything else. We see many posts through our conduit of a star last year named Roseanne, who tweeted a joke and lost her show, comparing it to the actor on Empire most recently being played out. They were all distractions, a waste of time, a waste of energy. Whether it's Republicans, Democrats, there's always two sides to an event, to divide and distract people. But we urge you with the utmost urgency at this time to to understand what is unfolding and taking place. And we apologize as the connection between us and our conduit seems to have not the strongest contact tonight. Many energies are at playing to distract these connections, but they will prevail. We urge you at this time to spread the knowledge of what's going on to others, to awaken one person at a time, and start to form groups where you can talk about solutions to your current situations, and then build upon that. There has to be a starting point. We ask you not to look at the whole solution at this time, because there is not one. There has to be a pebble to start to ripple in the water. Start small and build upon that. But time is running out and it's of the essence. These messages will either be taken seriously or you will take them as just another channeler's channeled message and let it fall by the wayside. But we can guarantee you these messages are of the utmost importance at this time. And no matter how much light and love and positive affirmations you put out there, there needs to be actual physical actions to make change. So please do not be fooled by lighthearted direction. This is serious. This will require much work, much planning, much gathering. If not, much will be lost. Alright guys, hope everybody enjoyed that. I apologize for it not being the smoothest channeling. It was definitely a little bit harder today to get the words, I guess if you find the right words to what they were trying to convey through me. They seem to have a lot of energy flowing through me. It's kind of like plugging, a 110 outlet, a 110 appliance into a 220 outlet. A lot of energy. So I apologize for that. I'll work harder on trying to make the channelings a lot smoother in the future. But their tone and is getting very, very serious, and I can tell you that the ancients are a taskmaster group of entities, and they don't pull any punches. They're very serious, and I hope everybody understands the message. And I would say, keep things simple. There's a lot to chase, a lot in the uncovering of the truths. It could be a rabbit hole, a never-ending seeking of answers and searching for answers for a conglomerate of questions can even keep you sidetracked. their main point is, artificial intelligence, everything is just leading to that and the takeover. So all these distractions and bullshit that's going on is going to be really for naught in the future, because it won't matter, because they're just using their pawns and people to keep us distracted while they get things built. So I hope this was an eye-opening channeling for everybody. Have a good week.